when I'm sitting here editing the video, sometimes when you're doing your podcast or whatever, it's hard to stay on track, and you end up having to take stuff out to maintain the integrity of the story. To try, because that's what Andre and I are trying to do. We're trying to keep a straight and concise line without going astray. But it does happen. So I thought instead of just throwing it out, I've let you kind of take a look at some of the stuff where we went off. So we're calling this Detours and Tangents. I hope you enjoy.
There was a lot of blue screen and green screen in the 1, 2, and 3. I do remember watching the making ofs, and there was a lot of that going on. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they did have some on location, plenty of on location. But
I mean, at the time it was anyway. We'll have a discussion about that later.
I've been wondering about that. How does that even work? Learning how to speak Wookiee.
And Shriwook, yeah,
and binary. Like, people talk to their droids so comfortably, and I don't understand how any of those beeps will be anything close to a vowel or a symbol. Maybe just a reaction because of the noise is one thing, but I don't know. And maybe that's why R2 is so expressive on a sound level. Like, if that's a cinematic way of saying, okay, we're going to get in the fan base by getting new people to see that this robot is, or this droid is friendly because of the audio cues. That's one way to bring people in, but it's another thing if you were to do other, I don't know, unnecessary, controversial things, I'll say, to appeal to everyone, thinking that's what like a lot of people want. Like, I mean, R2 actually, in episodes 1, 2, and 3, they had him doing stuff I would have never expected astromech droid that looks and moves the way that he does could do, and that kind of set the stage for a lot of other cool stuff too, which maybe this is for another video, but like in The Mandalorian with that droid too, that he took on the mission with him to Mandalore.
Yeah,
I just spent so much time just a little annoyed with the droid. He was just so cautious, but I'm like, okay, I know it's gonna grow on me because he's gonna do something, and so then when it was hacking the door panel, and there were like the little box droids coming by, and he was still like trying to hack the doors to open up to get the people through or whatever. And I don't know, just cool because he also had his jet booster things too, and I don't know, it was really cool. Like, he was annoying to start, and that's how I view a lot of these shows. They do have an annoying start, and then they should balance out.
Well, see, so Pip was supposed to be. Well, Pip is the droid of this one.
Yeah,
and she used him.
She's a technic.
Yeah,
they don't need technics. Don't need big droids. They need little tiny droids that talk to them. Travel safe.
Yeah, I'm not sold.
Multi-talented.
I'm not sold. I'm not sold. But anyway, we keep getting off track.
People aren't gonna like this very much, so we'll just see what kind of residual views we can get, and then hopefully, we'll make some of our money back. And I mean, they usually, I don't want to say usually, but I would like to think that they do. I mean, it's possible.
I would like to see it be successful, all the Star Wars stories to be successful in the rewatching. I mean, you should want to go back and watch it again. As much as I liked Ahsoka, I've not watched it again. As much as I liked Obi-Wan, I've not watched it again. I watched it. I think I watched it when it first aired, and then bits and pieces of it. So I would watch too.
I'd watch certain episodes of Ahsoka just for reference.
Right.
If I were to do like I'm pretty sure they've already come out with a kit, but if they didn't, I would definitely come up with my own kit for the Star Destroyer. I think that'd be really cool. Even at half, like the model you had, even half scale would still be pretty cool.
Right.
Which I'm starting to, now that I'm hearing canon come up more and more exclusively to Star Wars. Not to say that it's getting annoying, but it's just kind of like, in many ways, it's being used just to shoehorn an idea in so that it just works. Like a lot of people are saying that, like using canon for, in its current story state is, I guess, supposed to be not, helping solidify some of the storylines in Legends, and to some degree I would say that's true, but in many other extreme degrees I would say that's false. That maybe.
Well, I mean, if that's what you're hearing, that for me, for us OGs, I guess for us, if when they made the split, there was so much material there, and it felt like you're ignoring all this. There's so many good things that were out there that got left on the floor, in our opinion. And so in having stuff brought into canon, I don't know, I don't necessarily want to say it legitimizes it, because just because they drag something into canon doesn't mean it's going to be the same version of what it was when it was on the legend side.
Right. And they use that to their advantage, which works in their favor, and many times doesn't work, and then people get upset. And like I said, it's not, and not just me, but many people say that just appealing to the overall majority rather than to your core fan base, and then like that's how you get the hype for something to come in. I mean, yeah, we have other big trends, like like when I was a kid, Pokemon was a pretty big deal, and that kind of stuff, or Magic the Gathering, it's kind of just like a spur of the moment. You can't just create that. And another issue is that with Star Wars toy sales down, making some of these shows in hopes that kids don't buy action figures anymore because they get Fortnite skins and whatnot. So that's what they and that's the market that you appeal to. So it's like, who are you making these toys for? And so I don't know if George. Well, yeah, I'm just saying. That makes me question.
I'm the one with the money.
How much more carefully George Lucas and his team, like the marketing team, would take to ensure that the action figure designs were not necessarily just quality, but kind of matched up with whatever it is they were trying to portray through the movie. I don't know. Just when there was a lot of controversy over the whole Rose Tico thing, like the action figure, when nobody's buying these, it's like, well, not everybody's gonna buy all of the things, just because it's not selling off the shelves. I mean, that's just kind of how it is. But making figures based on just the show alone, hoping to get sales, is not a working commodity these days.
Oh no, absolutely not. And for proof of that, just go to Ollie's. I mean, the store is littered with Star Wars characters. So,
yeah, I think I've heard that somewhere.
But maybe they overproduce. Anyway, honestly, I don't think there's any characters on the Acolyte that I would want in an action figure.
Maybe Soul.
Maybe
Soul's pretty
maybe
cool.
Soul. Well, okay, all right.
Well, and Carrie Ann Moss's figure, just because.
Well, yeah, okay, I'll give you that. Well, see, I'd have to have a Yord just so I could just be like, oh, Yord.
Yeah,
you Yorded it up.
And it's not that I don't like his character. I'm pretty sure he's a good actor.
Yeah.
It's the way that they have him written at this point, he should be a lot more open, but he's reserved some other kind of mixed feelings from the past, even though he's
Right.
trying to be all, oh, well, I've gotten to this status and blah, 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 like he's still, and he has some wise words, and that's pretty cool too, but still, the way that he treats people, or at least her specifically, is really interesting.
When he was giving his little thing on the ship, it kind of felt kind of arrogant,
Oh yeah,
I mean,
the briefing.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, but okay, so we're down here on the planet. So if it looks like we're having fun, we absolutely are. I didn't realize how much fun I was going to have doing this. I mean, I already have fun doing this, but just having Andre along has just really kind of changed the game. We'll get back to building models soon. Trust me, I got plenty. But for now, we're going to stick with the Acolyte. So until next time. Pew 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 pew.